Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP laptop. This is an HP laptop 14-CM0008. That information can be found on the box or inside the BIOS or on the bottom of the laptop. Right here is tattooed right on the bottom. It says laptop HP model 14-CM0008. Right, and in this video I'm gonna go over how you can open it up and how you can add, remove, and upgrade the RAM for your laptop. Just by upgrading the RAM on your laptop, you're not going to change anything in the system. Everything's going to be left the way it is. You just pretty much plug and play. And the RAM speed, it will be assigned by the BIOS itself automatically. So I get lots of questions asking me why I put a 3200 and I only see a 260, 244. That number, it gets assigned by the BIOS. The more RAM capacity you put on a laptop, the lower the RAM speed will be assigned to it. So that's it. All right, with all that said, let's get into it. First thing first, you'll need a screwdriver set. I fixed a screwdriver set I'll be using, as they have all the bits that you require to open any laptop. I purchased myself this basic tool set. We're going to be using a Phillips #1. If you get the Pro set, they will include you with an opening tool and some tweezers. If not, grab the basic set. For the opening tool, I'll be using a metallic guitar pick. And metallic guitar picks are suitable to opening cases and covers. They will not scratch. I don't like using this opening tool that they sell, as they're really rough edges and I can actually cut myself if I want to, but with the guitar pick, it's meant for the using on the hand and it will never cut you. All right. Next, we need to power off the laptop. Flip it upside down. There's a 2 rubber feet, one at the back strip, one in the front. The front one, you want to only lift it up from the left side, lift it up a little bit until you see the screw, and then put it to one side. This rubber does get fragile and does break out sometimes. You can see it just breaking out. And that's normal. You can purchase on AliExpress or eBay a new rubber feet and put a double-sided adhesive. But they do tend to break out. The back one, the same thing. Put an opening tool on the bottom. Lift it up. This one you have to lift up entirely, where there's 3 screws. All right. So we're going to remove all the screws. 2 screws are visible in the front end of the laptop. So remove that. Remove the ones in the front end of the laptop. They are chromed, but they're a little kind of little rough. It's not shiny, so doesn't matter if you don't put this one in here. They're all the same size and height, but just the color is just a little more dull. So keep that one in one pile. Remove the chrome shiny ones under the rubber feet in the corner in the back. Again, if you put the shiny ones in the front, nothing's going to happen. They're the same screws. All right, once we remove all the screws, all you need to do is to open up the laptop a little bit, or you can open up whatever you want. You want to stick the guitar pick in between the bottom cover and the palm rest, just like that. I'm sticking about 1 or 2 millimeters. I'm not sticking like the whole, forcing it inside there, jamming it into just a little bit. And then what you want to do, you want to twist it like this. You see that? And you're going to hear a click sound. That's what you want to hear. Those are the clamps are getting loosened up. You want to do this all around, in the front, on the side. Once you go to the USB port, be gentle. Only stick about 1 or 2 millimeters. Go to the left and right. Go to the back corner. Make sure you do the back corner. That's the important part. The left and right side, the back corner. And then you want to put a face down, lift it up from the front cover, and just wiggle around, and it will release the back side. So there's your bottom cover. All right. And down here we can see there is 2 RAM DIMM available in here. There's another reversions of this one that they only have 1 DIMM, but this exact model is a 0008. It has 2 RAM DIMMs. Most people say, like in the comment, why don't you disconnect the battery? You don't need to disconnect the battery at all to do the RAM upgrade. As soon as you remove the bottom cover, just make sure you don't bring the screwdriver hitting at the board, but you can touch with no problem. You don't need to worry about a static discharge or anything like that. You can work on it fine. Just don't drop any screwdriver in there. But if you think you're going to drop something metallic, don't even open it. Take it to a repair shop. But if you don't want to remove the battery to have that extra step of precaution, you have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. You remove these 4 screws. Just remember, if you do remove the battery and do the upgrade and you power it on, it might take up to 20-30 seconds for the laptop to boot, and you will get a text saying that the CMOS was reset to default. That's because we removed the battery and there's no dedicated CMOS battery, and it will reset the BIOS to the default configuration. You press enter, it reboot, and it will go to the Windows. But if you don't disconnect it, you will not get that message. Once you remove the screws, you can just lift it up from the front end, from here by the contact towards the ceiling, and then slide it towards the fan so you can release this bottom hook that goes under there. So there's your battery, right? But again, you don't need to do the RAM upgrade. This, make sure you always put this bottom corner in there, put this side in, and then bring it down straight over the connectors and put it. Don't move it around, otherwise you're gonna create a short and you will damage the board. And I get so many people try to remove the battery and put it in sideways, or they made a short and game over. So you have a higher chance of the damaging the board by plugging the battery in a wrong spot. And so yeah, I'm gonna put this battery on and we're gonna work with the battery plugged in. So you guys can see there's no problem. If you power it on, there's no voltage coming to the RAM DIMM, so that's safe. Now to remove the RAM, pretty much what you want to do, you want to put your fingers on side of these triggers, which is right in here too. These are flexible triggers. And you want to push it away from each other, and the RAM will come out in 45-degree angle. All you want to do is grab it in 45-degree angle, and then you want to slide it backward, the opposite side of the jack. Just want to slide it in 45-degree angle. Do not yank it over the upward, otherwise you're going to break the RAM or the DIMM. Just make sure you slide it back. These are a DDR4. You can get an 8 gig. You can put an 8 gig and an 8 gig in here for a 16 gig. For this processor, 16 gig is the best sweet spot. I made a short video to check your maximum RAM capacity. Check that link in the video description to see what's the maximum capacity that you can go. If yours is a 32 gig, you can put a 16 gig and 16 gig in here, but that's overkill for this CPU, for this laptop pretty much. So you can grab another 8 gig. Make sure the notch on the RAM matches the notch on the DIMM. You want to bring it down in 45-degree angle inside the DIMM, in 45-degree angle all the way in, and simply you want to push it towards the motherboard, and you're going to see these triggers open and close softly, and they make a nice sweet click sound. To remove, same thing, up, pull it back. Same thing in here, bring it. Doesn't matter the orientation of the RAM chips, or it doesn't have one side, it has, doesn't matter. As long as the notch matches, you want to bring it in 45-degree and towards the board, and that's it. Now, if you try it, don't put it all the way inside the jack. If you don't put it all the way inside, let's put a little offset, and I'll try to push it towards the board. It will simply not. I can break the RAM, but these triggers will not open and close. So you have to push it all the way nicely towards the jack and push it down. So here's another one. So let me show. I have a Samsung brand, and there we go. This is an 8 gig and 8 gig, so it's 16 gig. Now we have an actual dual channel. If you only have one RAM, you have a single channel. Now you have a dual channel, which is much, much faster than having a single 16 gig. All right. Now that you have the RAMs in here, now you can power on the laptop without putting the bottom cover and wait 30 seconds for the laptop to boot up. And once it boot up, power it down, put the bottom cover. If it doesn't boot up after 30, 40 seconds, then you want to power it off and switch the RAM space. Put the new one in the second DIMM and the old one on the first DIMM. Doesn't matter. Just switch the places and power it on again and wait 30, 40 seconds, and then you should get a boot screen. So right now, I'm actually pretty confident that it's going to boot up. I'm just going to put the bottom power and we're going to power it on. So let's put this one on. Put the bottom power on. Just make sure you push it down nicely. If you see any gaps, openings, just pinch them together and it will go to its place. I'm just going to put the back screws right in here right now. And the front screws right over here. And then what you want to do, you want to put the rubber feet over. If this screw doesn't go through because we haven't pinched this one, there's a gap opening. So we need to punch this one in and then we can put the screw in. So make sure the case is nicely closed. The back rubber feet. And let's go ahead and power on the laptop. And let's see if there's any openings on the side. Just pinch them together. All right, let's see, power on, and I'm gonna press F because we removed the battery in very short time. It might not give me the CMOS thing, but or it might. So I don't know. I don't know if it has any charged battery on it or not. No, it doesn't. It has a very low battery, so let me get my charger. So we're gonna tap F10. Let's see, F10 to go to the BIOS. It just does a few flickering, and it has to give me a CMOS reset to the default. Let's see. There we go. CMOS checksum invalid. CMOS will be reset to the default. Press enter to reboot. You press enter, reboot, and it will start the Windows, but I'm gonna go to the BIOS. Right here in the BIOS, we have a laptop 14CM0 series, and we have a 16 gig RAM right over here, it says. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked this video and helped you guys to upgrade your HP laptop 14 model. If you have any questions or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.